Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Lucklight Plays. We're continuing our run-through of Final Fantasy III for the NES, and we're here in the Tower of Owen, hopefully getting to the top and dealing with whatever villain keeps yelping at us here, who wants us to keep wandering forever. I did a little bit of grinding, a couple levels in between episodes here. That's why our faithful monk role is muted, because he got hit by that. But the only reason I haven't taken it off is because, well, I mean, he's not going to use any magic anyway. So mute is, you know, a big pile of nothing. So I just kind of left it. Whatever. He doesn't need to talk to Punch. But I did gain a few more levels and got some more hit points and some stats, so hopefully our progress will not be as hindered as it could have been having lower levels. You know, obviously. So let's try to get to the top here, and now there seems to be no way up. If you talk to him, he goes, if I remember right, there's a switch in the wall of the 5th floor, 8 steps from the left. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's right where he is. Hey. There's a switch. And I keep going to hold B to run, and I forget that I can't do that. As I said in previous episodes of this month, not of this game, but, you know, anything in the November months, it's been a little bit since I've recorded last, so my every game that I start up in November is a little bit rusty, but it'll be picked up rather soon, I hope. So I got a little bit of Final Fantasy going on here. We're going to be finishing up Circle of the Moon rather soon, and finishing up Breath of Fire, hopefully, within a week or two. So we're actually going to have a lot of new games here in this month, hopefully. Final Fantasy III is going to continue past this month. It's a longer game, but we'll have, I believe, 2 new games for this month. So, no real pain on being a little bit rusty, because I'm going to be starting new games soon. Oh, I muted my fighter as well. Oh, woe is me. Luckily they do not hit hard at all, they hit a measly 1, even on the mage. So, everything in this tower is pretty much a straight shot, so there's no real need for a map, no real need to actually, well, I guess really think. Just go. Monsters aren't too bad, because I've leveled. Things will actually get a little bit more messy later on. At least I think. There's a particular dungeon. I've actually played through the complete re-release on the Steam, you know, the Steam edition. I've actually finished it, 100%ed it, got all the achievements that they threw into this game, so I'm coming back to this with a general knowledge of what I'm supposed to be doing, but of course this is an older version, so things are obviously different and arguably unpolished, so we shouldn't have too much trouble, except for the parts where, you know, the newer version cleaned up and said, hey, let's not make this so bad. I will say though, the ending sequences, the ending levels are, geez, very brutal. So when I get to them in this game, it might be a bit of a challenge. Hopefully not painful enough that I have to give up or spend too much time on it. But we'll see. we'll see as we climb this tower here. Unfortunately, this tower is not the most entertaining of places. It's just a, you know, as I said, a straight shot up. No real differences in levels, and these enemies seem to crit a lot, which is concerning. I actually have a lot of fun with the next dungeon coming up. Hopefully we'll get to that soon, so... Gotta get those skills. Yeah, I keep hitting B, sorry. It's kind of a habit. Alright, I think we're pretty close to the top. Oh, of course. Why not? I hate how they have to walk forward and backward when they select, and it takes longer because they're in the back row. Yeah, I'm not doing that many hits, and the hits I do are a little bit weaker. We'll do our best. Oh, nice miss. And the only reason I'm not using magic or anything of the sort is because I do need to save it for the boss. The boss, hopefully, will be laughably easy with the levels that I've gained and the, well, just the tactics of the boss are not really that intelligent. So, hopefully, we'll do well. I mean, if worse comes to worse, I'll be put in a bad spot, but we'll try to avoid that situation. It's one of those bosses where if you get really unlucky, it's gonna screw you, but if you have at least a modicum of luck, you're gonna be okay. And again, we're talking about me here, so we're probably gonna be in a tough spot. Alright, so I don't think anybody needs a flame mail because we already had one. I don't even think he can use it, I forget. Nope. I will say this though, I've never tried to play this game with a ridiculous party. I never really tried, like, you know, let's beat it with 4 fighters, or let's beat it with 4 black mages, or anything of the sort. This game actually... There are games you can play, you know, Final Fantasy V in particular, where you can limit yourself to 4 jobs, 1 job, whatever, and you'll get through the entire game pretty fine. This one, it kind of makes you change into different things, and it makes you know the system well. Like, for example, to turn into a toad, or turn into a mini guy, or... You know, there's a part later on where you kind of have to have a specific ability to do any kind of damage to a boss. There's a cave where you have to be a certain job just to get through it without being severely annoyed, you know, just that kind of stuff. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and heal up using our crapo spells. I really need to sort this stuff. And I'll go ahead and finish up with using potions. Alright. Should be good enough. Let's do it. I, Medusa, shall destroy this tower and drop the continent out of the sky. So, at the top of the Castlevania-like dungeon, a tower, a clock tower, there's a Medusa head. Why not? Alright, so... really nothing I can abuse here, so... Let's just use our most powerful things, and that's not my most powerful thing, it looks like. just bring her down. And this is what I meant by having a modicum of luck. It's going to keep using things like break, and, you know, if it fails, then you get a free turn, basically. If it hits, I'm going to have to use a soft. But as in terms of physical prowess, I'm doing pretty well, so... And there we go. Boss fight over. No problem. And I think everybody gained a level there. All 16s. And here we go. Flame is blowing violently. Explode anytime. I'm the surviving ancient guardian of this tower. So he has to go in and fix it. Otherwise the continent will fall. And Desh, you'll be killed. Yeah, it always happens this way, doesn't it? Once I stop the eddy in the strait, you go to the island of dwarves. Got it? It's where the power of fire should be. There he goes. So he jumps into a fire and that's it. So that somehow saves us. And I have to let this music play, I guess. Still playing. And he warps us out. And there we are. Now we can take the boat, and we actually have to go left to get to the dwarf island, but I'm gonna... Obviously, you're probably saying you're going the wrong way, idiot. There's another town over to the right I'm gonna go to first. It's kind of a extra place, but it has some things I want to get. And it'll be a good ending to a successful dungeon romp. And there's the village. Luckily these enemies are just nothing. I remember back in the day when I was a kid, I used to love how the backgrounds were like this. They were, you know, black backgrounds with like a kind of a ceiling that showed you where you were. The ones in Final Fantasy I, I think, were kind of the most fun to me. Because if you were in the mountains, it was like this brown mountain palette. So this is Gisal. If you ever wondered why chocobo greens are called Gishel greens, this was the start of it. This town. Meaning, this is where they came from. And here is what I wanted. The level 4 spells. So boom, 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 boom. So let's go ahead and put these on. So break, and shade, learn shade. That's good. Libra, confuse, and mute. So I have a full set of level 4 spells. Honestly, in the remake, you cannot buy Ice 3 here. I guess they found that to be a little too powerful. Excuse me, I want something to drink. Nope. Fat Chocobo can store things in his stomach. Oh yeah, this is the only place where the Fat Chocobo is. Well, one of the only places. Thank you, Dancer. Not so much. How about this side? Yeah, alright. Unfortunately, it's not like Final Fantasy V where you can... I'm writing letters. You all send me your letters too. Square development section. But yeah, unfortunately you can't learn anything off of the pianos like in Final Fantasy V. They're just kind of neat little things you can hit. So let's rest up, and on the next episode, we'll finish up exploring this little town, and then we will head out to the dwarf area, and see if we can find the power of fire. So, hope you join me for that. My name is Lucklight, thank you for watching, and have a good one.